So February went crazy fast. Even for a leap year, we got an extra day and I was like, whoa, slow down, Feb. I took care of a bunch of adult responsibilities. Because, you know, even though I'm a dreamer and it's all about childlike faith, bills still gotta be paid and dentist appointments are important. I got back from the orthodontist today. Orthodontia! I spent a good 5 years of my life with orthodontia. I found out in the beginning of February that I was selected as a raw artist. Meaning, I was selected to showcase my art as a San Diego artist at a huge art event downtown at the House of Blues. I submitted a few pieces not thinking that I would get selected. I took an art class in school. I always loved it. I just listened to too many people who said I should never major in art. I'm gonna spray some of these with a finishing spray. Wrong way. Thanks, guys. So I didn't have the credentials, I didn't have the background, and I didn't have the portfolio. But I had the heart and the grit, and that's the message I relayed. Needless to say, what pieces I did have, fortunately, they loved. And I got selected. The odds were ever in my favor. I didn't think the odds would ever be in my favor. I was so happy I turned on the only song that would represent the amount of passion that could be contained inside my body. And I danced my happy tail around my house. For at least an hour. So I got selected to do this show in April, which also means that you're invited and that you can get tickets. If you just go to this website, you can check out some of my art that I submitted and get tickets to the show. What else happened? Valentine's Day was in February. I forgot about that. Throwing an art event called I Heart You. Lots of people don't like Valentine's Day. I gotta say, this Valentine's Day was my favorite Valentine's Day ever. Ever. As in, nice try, guys. Because it was inclusive instead of exclusive. Meaning everybody in the community was invited to come out to this huge yard out on the beach and paint and make Valentine's cards, and local businesses got involved. People were like, why are you doing this? What organization is it? I'm like, it's not an organization. We're just people who love our community and who want to do something nice for them. And let's just all figure out how to do this life thing together. And it was amazing. And people loved it. And we were just honest about the fact that love is hard, but it's still worth it. And you just choose to do it even when it's hard. And even though love is hard, life is good. Even when it's hard. It's just both. It's not one or the other. And that's okay. Point being that we should just be nice to people. Not because it's easy, but because life is hard. Everybody has a story. Oh, I did this Pixar-themed art show with characters that were inspired from the movie Inside Out, which if you haven't seen, you should see because you're really missing out. I did this painting about a turtle named Brave who always wanted to be like the sea turtles and swim in the ocean, but he wasn't made like them, and so he figured that he couldn't be because everyone told him that he couldn't be. And then one day he decided that he couldn't live the only life that he had, never having tried to be who he thought he was supposed to be, which was to be brave. So he found out about this other group of turtles that learned how to swim in the ocean even though they weren't sea turtles. And they used surfboards made by squirrels, because even though squirrels are nuts, everyone knows that they're really good shapers. And the wisest turtle of the group had said to him, "The only way to face your fears is to face them. And the best way to face them is to not face them alone. Let's go, kid." So every morning, Brave would set out with this group of turtles. And he was really bad at it at first, because everyone's really bad at surfing at first, because it's clumsy and awkward and annoying. And he was almost tempted to think that he didn't belong in the ocean. But all of his friends kept encouraging him to just keep trying, to just keep showing up, to just keep being who he was meant to be. Be brave, they'd say. And so he was, and soon enough, he was better than all the other turtles at surfing, because he found something that he loved, and he did it with all that he had, and he allowed himself to be who he was meant to be. He was brave. He lived up to his name. The painting just represented an encouragement for you to be yourself, and to surround yourself with people who will remind you to be yourself when you forget or when you get scared. Because even sometimes I forget who I am, or I get scared, or I think my ideas are too crazy. But my community comes around me and they remind me, dude, you got this. Hang out with people who encourage you to be you, not who encourage you to be who they want you to be. Which I'm finding more and more important in life, that friends actually matter. That's kind of a given, but I kind of mean the quality of friends. Jenna has to make popcorn for the story. Who you hang out with kind of does affect you. find those people. Brave doesn't mean no fear. Brave means you feel the fear and you do it anyways. You're the only you that has ever existed and that will ever exist. So it's pretty important that you be you.